Hi, in this video I'm going to challenge an assumption that some people seem to have about themselves and their age. So 2 times recently I have had students in my class say something like, "Oh, I'm just too old to learn English." And I'm going to challenge this because I don't believe it's true. Now, I know where it comes from, or I think I know where it comes from, because we watch children as they learn, particularly their first language, and they learn so easily, and they learn without effort, and children just pick up languages as though by magic. How do they do that? Why can't we do that? It's not fair. So, I'm not a linguist, and I don't have that kind of theoretical background, but there have been cases of children who, either because they got lost and they grew up in the wild with animals, which very, very rarely happens, or because they had extremely neglectful, abusive parents, these children never learnt to speak. They had no one to talk to, no one talked to them, and they didn't learn. And with those kinds of children, there is an age, I think it's about 10. After that, you cannot teach them language. It's as though part of the brain just stops working in that magic way. And past that age, very sadly, if a child hasn't learnt to speak at all, chances are they're not going to be able to develop much language. Now, you as an adult, obviously, you are not in that position. You've got language. You've got your first language for a start, and you might very well have another language as well as English. And I guess what people are meaning when they say, "Oh, I'm too old to learn English," is probably like, this is really hard and my brain is struggling, and that must be because I'm 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. My first challenge to this assumption is that neuroscience, or the science of the brain, is proving that our brains are not fixed. So in the past we thought kids go to school, they're very clever, they learn very quickly, we go to university, and then that's learning just stops after that, because an adult brain is fixed and it knows what it knows. This isn't true. Neuroscience is proving that our brains can change shape, change form, change all kinds of things. And this changing can continue right the way through our lives. It doesn't stop unless we want it and make it stop through our own actions. So, challenge number one to the assumption that you are too old to learn English is that no, you're not. Your brain might be a bit rusty at learning, but if you give it time, it will definitely be able to learn. Assumption number two is simply that you have a special skill that a child does not have. So I can't sit down with a 2-year-old and explain the difference between the past simple and the past continuous, because that child will not understand, because that child does not have any ability to rationalize or think. They have not much cognitive processing yet. You as an adult, on the other hand, have got your powerful, logical, rational mind, which can question, consider, organize and reflect on what is happening around it. And that is your strength as an adult language learner. your ability to really process information and to really understand information is something that a small child cannot do. And my third challenge to this assumption is simply that if you think about it, children are basically surrounded by people who talk to them all the time in the language. You are probably not in this situation. So as adults, we try to replicate this situation. We try to listen to podcasts and listen to the radio and watch movies and stuff. But even if we do that, we've only given ourselves a half hour, an hour, 2 of actual listening. Whereas a child has it all day. So of course they learn quicker than us. They are surrounded by language all the time in a way that we, unless we live in that country, cannot achieve. So if you are a person who has been saying to yourself, oh, I'm too old to learn English, my brain is just not working, I would really invite you to do some work on challenging that assumption in yourself, because it can be an excuse for non-action. I'm too old, so I won't bother. I'm too old, so it's not worth it. The only person who loses if you have that assumption is you. If you want to learn English, no matter how old you are, trust me, you absolutely can. With time, patience and practice, there is nothing that could stop you. Okay? So my name is Sarah and I am an English teacher and language anxiety coach, and I help people overcome their fear of speaking and using English. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.